Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today I'm going to be talking about who the Phoenix Suns should hire as their next head coach after firing Mike Budenholzer. The Phoenix Suns let go of Mike Budenholzer yesterday after only one season with the team, and I think it's very interesting to talk about who is their next head coach, who are the candidates to potentially be the next head coach of the Phoenix Suns. I originally, when I first think of, who are guys that could potentially be candidates to be the new Phoenix Suns head coach, I throw out names like Mike Malone, Taylor Jenkins, and Mike Brown, guys that were fired this season, but still have a lot of head coaching experience and really, good success in the years prior. Like the season Mike Brown had coaching with the Kings before his firing in the 2022-23 season, with the season they had that year, or Mike Brown's success in Cleveland before Cleveland and Golden State before Sacramento, or you can look at what Mike Malone has done with Denver, or Taylor Jenkins' success with Memphis. But the one thing I'll look at with this Phoenix Suns team, what have you done the last 2 years with your last two head coaches? You've gone out there and got veterans who were let go, and had a lot of success. You brought in Mike Budenholzer, who's won the Coach of the Year award a couple times, won a championship, has had 4 seasons in his coaching career with 55-plus wins, 2 seasons with 60 or more wins, and has had a really good career as a head coach. And has coached great players. Has coached Giannis, coached, miss coaching out on Dame, but he's coached guys like Drew Holiday and also Chris Middleton, some of the guys he coached in Atlanta. I mean, a younger Paul Millsap, some of the other guys, Dwight Howard. So he's coached some great players, and that did not work out at all. Him and Devin Booker had issues, and just was not a great coaching season for him. And then you look at what happened last year. You brought in Frank Vogel, who had experience coaching with the Lakers, winning a championship with the Lakers, had experience coaching with other teams like the Kings and the Pacers, and was it the Magic and the Pacers? I know we coached for the Pacers, and he had success in Indiana. And Vogel, very experienced head coach, you brought in him, and that didn't work out. Him and Kevin Durant had issues, and he was let go. So you keep going to the veteran route. You keep going to the guys that have experience, sometimes have championship experience, or that's been the case with Vogel, and Vogel and Budenholzer the last 2 years. Do you try to do that again with Malone or Jenkins or Mike Brown, or do you potentially do something that Phoenix hasn't done in the last 2 years? Is go to a coach that doesn't have experience. Now, maybe that's something you don't want to do at this point in Devin Booker's career, is go to a first-time head coach. But I think there were plenty of guys in basketball, assistants, that are very experienced assistants that could come in. Two guys I think of right away is Sam Cassell, who's been an assistant with Boston the last couple seasons, LA Clippers, Philadelphia, and has really been an assistant since at the end of his playing days. He went right into playing to, went from playing to assistant coaching. He's been an assistant for a long time, and I think could really kind of go right into the coaching role. Another guy I would look at is David Adelman, who's now the Denver Nuggets interim head coach, and he's a guy that's been an assistant for a while. So you look at guys like Adelman, and you look at Sam Cassell, who have been assistants forever and have been looked at head coaching jobs in the past. Could they be good options for this Phoenix Suns team? I would say potentially, but it all depends, I would say, on what Devin Booker wants. I think he is the whole key factor in this. I think Mike Budenholzer getting fired was mainly because of Devin Booker. Booker and him had issues. Devin Booker is your star player. He is your franchise player. He's the cornerstone of this team right now, and so that is something, if your star player and your head coach, that team didn't do very well under his leadership, have a problem, 99% of the time that coach is going to be out. Yeah, he's going to be gone, and so that's what Phoenix did. So if Devin, it's hard to decide on who's a good fit for this for this Phoenix Suns team, because I think who's a good fit, that all depends on what Devin Booker thinks, I think. Because I think, and I think this is very similar to Denver Nuggets and what they're going to be doing. And I don't think, like, for instance, Sacramento, you look at other teams like Sacramento and Memphis, and this is no disrespect to the star players like Sabonis or John Morant might be different. I don't know. I don't know too much about Ja. I mean, look, I know who Ja is. I'm not saying like I don't know who Ja is. I don't know if if Memphis is going to. Sure, I think they might consult with Ja about who might be the new head coach for their team. I'm not saying they won't consult with him, but I think possibly maybe they're not gonna if this isn't like the decision isn't up to you. Same thing with the Kings and Sabonis. But then I look at Nikola Jokic. I think he's going to have a big role in what Denver does with their head coaching position, and I think Devin Booker will have a big role in what they do with their head coaching position as well. Ja might play a role into what Memphis does as well, but I just think that Devin Booker and Nikola Jokic might have a bigger say than what Ja does. But so yeah, let me know your thoughts on who the Phoenix Suns should hire as their next head coach. I would go with Mike Malone. If it goes bad, that's another veteran head coach that it doesn't work out with on your team. That would be terrible. But I think he fits well with this team. I really do. I think he could fit well with Devin Booker as well. But that, I think, would be it would be interesting. It really would be. But at the same time, like I said, the last 2 years you've gone to the veteran head coaches, and both have been one and done, Budenholzer and Vogel. Do you really want to do that again? Or do you want to go to assistants that have been assistants for a while and really could jump right into the head coaching level right away with guys like Adelman or Cassell, and those two guys could be good fits. So let me know your thoughts on the potential hire for the Phoenix Suns in the comment section, and peace out.